Hey guys, this is Crazy Sean DX, and I don't normally do these sorts of videos, mostly because my computer only has so much of a fucking normal Pentium processor. But then again, I'm not really reviewing this game, but I just wanted to do a little quick discussion vlog of sorts about a game that I'm obviously never going to play or review, but just wanted to talk about if, well, how should I put it? Recently, there was a teaser pic released for Five Nights at Freddy's 4. And the internet is, in a way, pretty divided about this so far. In the past 24 hours, it has been, at least. One half is happy that we're getting a fourth game, whether or not they were sad about there being only one more game as they thought there was going to be for the third one. And the other half just wishes Scott would just stop and die. Well, not die. I mean, let the series die, I meant to say. But, do we really need a fourth Five Nights at Freddy's? Well, let's think about it. The first Five Nights at Freddy's game... Sorry, hold on. I should really do this first sometimes. I think I'm good. The first Five Nights at Freddy's game ended up being a literal overnight, literally an overnight sensation. In that, as soon as people heard about it, they wanted to try it out, and it took the whole thing by storm. The internet, that is. And actually most of the media, if you can think about it. It's gotten so popular that, yeah, they obviously made Scott enough money to actually get a sequel. Make a sequel. Which, of course, he did. Now, the story behind it, you are a security guard. Doesn't matter which game it is, you're a security guard. And, well, you're basically trying to make sure the animatronics don't get to you because they actually have been malfunctioning. And if they see you at night, they'll think you're an endoskeleton that is not in costume and forcefully stuff you into a spare Freddy Fazbear suit that will end up killing you because of all the mechanics inside of it. Simple, right? Well, there's a backstory to it. A man had actually had kidnapped and murdered 5 children, with the bodies never being found. And the bodies were presumably stuffed into the animatronics, causing the malfunctions, and also probably related to how the animatronics apparently smell of rotting, I guess you could say, and actually look like rotting carcasses with blood and mucus apparently leaking out at times. It's pretty dark, actually. And, yeah. The sequel ended up coming out, which was found out to be a prequel. Pretty much, possibly around the time that it actually did end up, the whole murder thing happened. Although, I'm a little skeptic to an extent about it, because, I mean, if it ended up happening around the 6th night of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and then there's the whole, thing about, what was it? The whole thing about how the animatronics were apparently destroyed by this guy known as Purple Guy, who's apparently the murderer because, well, I don't know, but he's apparently known as Purple Guy because in the 8-bit bit he's completely purple, and is a guy. And apparently the way the older animatronics look in the second game actually makes it seem like they were damaged by Purple Guy, and that's why they're just left around as spare parts. But who knows? Maybe he actually disabled the animatronics before doing the murders. I don't know. But nevertheless, some people thought it was going to end it too. Then Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was confirmed. And it ended up being pretty good. It stood out on its own. With hallucinations and apparently little mini games that will allow you to feel like you've actually managed to put the kids that have died at ease. And it actually shows a bit of backstory as to what actually happened with the animatronics, and apparently what happened to the antagonist Purple Guy, who was in a suit called Springtrap. Now, there's a lot of stuff on the internet now of it. Fan art, fan games, Rule 34. But some people have ended up actually complaining about there being a third game. Meanwhile, Call of Duty has the same old game every year that actually is the same old game every year, and no one batting an eye to that. Can't explain it. Now, even after the third game, there were some unanswered questions here and there. One that immediately comes to mind, of course, is, who is Purple Freddy? Was it Purple Guy in a Freddy suit that was luring away the animatronics to their doom? Was it a completely different entity? I don't know. But apparently Scott felt that there needed to be just one more game, and it is coming this Halloween. Possibly earlier, considering how originally the second game was confirmed for earlier this year, but he decided to release it early when he released the demo and there were no bugs or anything. And the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's is just insane. I mean, there's a lot of backstory to it, and it actually can get pretty depressing if you think about it. I mean, really depressing. The 5 kids that died, I don't even... And there's even going to be... God, my throat is fucked up today. And there's even going to be... And there is even going to be a movie by Warner Brothers. What could the story for that be? I don't know. But the main thing is, do we really need another Five Nights at Freddy's game? If Scott wants to do it, and if he actually wants to get food on the table because this is his job to make video games, then yeah, let him do it. He'll do it. I'm sure it'll have some sort of convenience to the plot, some sort of theory, and also that teaser image shows that this animatronic is going to be fucking frightening as fuck. I mean, there's like faces on his body, and the sharp razor teeth. I hope I don't have tonsil wall problems. Razor sharp teeth, and apparently is honestly, let's wait to see what develops. Because, I mean, it's a point-and-click game of sorts, so obviously it's going to be easier to develop and quicker to develop. But the fact is, if people are complaining about this and giving Call of Duty the, you know, what's the word I'm looking for, the free pass, we're not doing something right, people. Because Five Nights at Freddy's is actually, from what I can see, it's actually pretty good. It's actually a good horror game. The suspense and tension building up to the jump scare actually adds up to the actual fear of said jump scare and makes it all the more scary. It really does do that for you. I mean, seriously, you're expecting it to happen at any point, depending on what part of the game you're in, of course. And when it finally ends up happening, all that pent-up fear and frustration about it possibly happening or not ends up literally just making it feel like a bigger scare. And when you actually make it through the night, even with all the pent-up fear and frustration, it is the biggest relief of all time when you actually manage to make it through. Now, will I ever review or play the games? No. Again, I don't have a powerful enough computer. Heck, I want to play this PC version of WWE2K15 because I don't think I could afford an X mode, but then again, it's more expensive for that, and it's going to be hard for me. But honestly, do we need Five Nights at Freddy's 4? Story-wise, possibly. For those that actually want to have another game, I suppose so. Honestly, Five Nights at Freddy's became an overnight sensation. I wasn't fond of it, but as I managed to watch the videos by guys like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Game Grumps, it actually took a little bit of a good thing to me, honestly. It is a horror game that is literally nothing but jump scares, but the suspense leading up to those jump scares actually managed to make it feel refined. And Scott puts a lot of effort into them. I'm sure he'll put a lot of effort into Five Nights at Freddy's 4, considering the release date is Halloween of this year. He's got, what month is it, April? He's got May, June, July. He's got 6 months left before the release date. I mean, he may have already gotten it done fully, but who knows? So yeah. Anyway, yeah. let's just wait to see how it comes out. Just like how we're going to wait to see Suicide Squad, even though Jared Leto's image of the Joker is apparently already causing people to say, oh, this movie's going down the drain, straight down the tank. Anyway, on a separate note, I am going to be working on the next video game review that I'm going to be doing next. I don't know when it'll be up, but I am going to be working on it. But on another side note, at the end of this, I just wanted to say thank you for 150 subscribers. Right now, I actually have 152, last I checked. But either way, I just wanted to put this in at least last moment. Of this Five Nights at Freddy's little discussion video. I mean, if you want to leave your thought about if it really is needed or anything like that, do it in the comments. But if you're going to end up bitching about it and just using reasons such as it sucks or it's crap or yada yada yada, well, you're going to make yourself look like a complete ass doing it. But yeah. Thank you for 150,000 subscribers and so far about 72,000 views. It really means a lot that even if it took almost a year to get 100 subscribers again, it really does mean a lot to me that people actually come to watch my stuff. Even if it's just only 150 subscribers, every one of you count. Every one of you matter. So yeah, thanks for watching this video on a little discussion for Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Thanks for 150 subscribers. Here's to tons more if I ever manage to make it that far. Here's to hoping I can eventually get a powerful computer to do better stuff. Here's hoping I can get an actual camera, because 3DS might as well be recording with I don't know. And I'll see you guys around. Seriously. Thank you.